Hello, my name is Bridget and I'm an online ESL teacher. Are the teachers who work too hard always the ones who burn out? I'd say generally yes. If you work too hard, you eventually do burn out. I know that from personal experience. But I would say that just simply working too hard really isn't the problem in itself. Working too hard is a symptom of a larger problem, which I call disordered engagement. Disordered engagement is caring about something, being engaged with it, but caring about it in the wrong ways, in ways that steal your passion and eventually can make you hate the thing you used to love. Working too hard is definitely a form of disordered engagement. I think the problem here is that when we love something a lot, it's hard for us to set boundaries with it, but we really do need to set boundaries with it, just like we would with anything or anyone else in our lives that means a lot to us. Just like you wouldn't want your mom barging into your home at 2 a.m. unannounced, neither should you allow your work to barge in on your life, whenever and for whatever reason whatsoever. You have to set boundaries. You have to decide when you'll work and when you are not going to work. That's important. But working too hard isn't the only form of disordered engagement. I think another one is complaining. Why do people complain? It's kind of a non-productive activity, doesn't do you any good. But again, I think we need to look at where this particular habit comes from. People usually complain, in my experience, because they're angry. Because something outside of their control is affecting their ability to do the job to what they believe are the correct standards. That's frustrating. But complaining, if allowed to happen too often, starts to develop a weird kind of attraction. You complain because you like complaining, and that doesn't lead anywhere good. I think the antidote to this form of disordered engagement is having a life. Having something outside of work that you care about and hopefully you have greater control over will allow you to relax and let go of the things you can't control at work. I think the suggestions from this module will be helpful too, that you should focus on the things you can control, not on the things you can't. And with the things that might be in your power to change, you should try to proactively change them, building positivity instead of spreading negativity. I think another form of disordered engagement is the Lone Ranger syndrome, thinking you can do it all yourself and you don't need anybody else's help. This is really a form of egoism, and it's not healthy either. In order to do a job correctly, you need help from your peers. You don't know it all. You need help. So I think the solution to this form of disordered engagement would be to just simply build a network. As our module said, reach out to people, make friends, and be humble enough to acknowledge when you don't know the answer and you need help. In conclusion, I think working hard, working too hard, is definitely a direct path to burnout, but again, working too hard is just simply a symptom of a larger problem. But if we can cultivate humility, practice patience, and nourish our lives outside of work, I think we stand a better chance of fending off burnout. Thank you.